Hey everyone, Mel, School of Mindset. It's been a little bit since I've done a video, and I just feel like a failure, even though I'm not. It's just a thought. We all do this. We all get in a funk, and we can let the important things in our life go to the side and feel like other things are more important, or just feeling too much anxiety right now or too much stress, whatever's going on. I know I'm not the only one out there that has been a little funky lately. So I figured I'd talk about a good topic that I really enjoy listening to. Oh my gosh, every time I say this, Psycho-Cybernetics. I say psycho. Psycho-Cybernetics. It's an awesome book. I love listening to it. I mean, it's a pretty long listen, but it's, I don't know, over 10 hours worth of a listen, but it's worth it. One of the things that I recently re-listened to, I was listening to it while I was doing laundry, and I took some pretty good notes, but I just really wanted to share with you some helpful tips for if you feel like you're failing right now, if you feel like a failure, all of that. We make mistakes. Mistakes don't make us. Remember that. Think of it like this. Saying I failed versus I am a failure. I took notes and I have them up over here, so if that looks weird for me, like looking over like that, I apologize. I'll go back and rewatch it, and then I'm probably still not gonna care. So, my notes are over here, so I'm looking this way. I also rearranged so I could have a little bit more of who I am in the room. These guys are my babies. This is one of my most favorite plants. It's a monstera. I've had it since I was little, and now it's 5 different plants all over my house. I love it. All right, so recognizing our failures as mistakes. We make mistakes. Mistakes don't make us. A failure is just a mistake. It's the difference in saying, I failed. Fact. Done. No more talking about it. Fact, meaning recognizing error, leading to success, learning from that failure. But I know a lot of people that actually turn it around and say, I am a failure, which is what the mistake does to you instead of just the mistake being a mistake. It's what the mistake now has done to you. It's what you've internalized and created. You've turned it into noun form. Now it's a fixation, an obsession. When you fixate and obsess, you focus mainly on things like that, which leads to what? Permanent habits, permanent thoughts, permanent self-doubt. I know I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I know most of us can say that. It's how you allow yourself to feel about that mistake, or to think about that mistake, or to allow others to make you out to be that mistake. No, don't let that happen. Don't let others define who you are through mistakes that you've made. If you feel like a failure, but you in turn learn from it, I'm sure you can see the gratitude in the failure now that you've learned the lesson. But in the moment, it's hard. It's hard. It's that self-control. The self-control over thoughts. Only we can create our emotions. Nobody else. They are our thoughts. Our thoughts create our emotions. If you let others' words into your mind, then yeah, you are going to allow others to control your thoughts and emotions. It's understanding that each person is always going to have a different thought. Like, you will never meet anybody ever that thinks exactly like you 100% of the time. Never. It's not going to happen. This is where I feel like open communication, having more communication with, let's say, a spouse, a partner, whatever you want to call them, a friend, a parent, a kid, whatever. It's more communication. It's like with Zachary. I love the older he gets, the more he wants to like be around me, and I love it. He wants to do the things I'm doing. He wants to play like big kid games like chess and things like that his little sister can't play. Monopoly. Totally kicked my butt last time. But having open communication, you know, I love actually teaching this stuff to Zachary. I feel like I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. On Zachary's first day of school at this new school, it was after the Christmas break, after we had moved in December, everything. He went to his first day of school after the Christmas break was over. But I told him, you know, being scared and excited in your body have the same feeling. Looks like I have makeup right there. It's so different on the camera. But being scared and being excited are the same feeling. Who knew? Who knew it was that easy? Just kidding, it's not easy. It's not easy, it takes practice. Practice equals progress. I don't even know where I heard that, but I love it. Because practice doesn't make perfect. Because we will never be perfect. And if you think you are, you're probably not. But that's where, once again, we are our very own person. And we don't have to like everybody, and we don't have to want to communicate with everybody. We just need to recognize and adjust. See, this is where I have a hard time adjusting with friends. Excuse me, let me say that again. This is where I have a hard time like adjusting with friends. Adjusting meaning, in my head, I don't know why, it's hard to lose a friend. Like, I've had boyfriends, you know, boyfriends come and go, whatever. But friends, it's hard to get rid of them. I don't know, I guess I should have always thought of it differently. I don't know why. That was completely backwards thinking, but either way, I've learned from my mistakes because I failed. I'm not a failure. Saying it like that makes me feel good. Maybe you should say it out loud. I failed. It's a fact. It happened. It didn't define me. Let me say that again. It did define me. But I got up out of that. Self-coaching. Frequencies. Angel numbers. Meditation. Yoga. It's all self-love. Remember, we make mistakes. Mistakes, they don't make us. Our thoughts create our emotions. Like, I was listening to Brooke Castillo's The Life Coach School episode last week on March 26th. She talked about pre-traumatic stress, meaning just like post-traumatic stress, you know, it's the stress after the trauma. This is before the trauma, like us anticipating, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get sick, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die, oh my gosh, my kids are gonna die, oh my gosh. It's that pre-anticipated stress. One thing that maybe you can think about in the moment while you're pre-anticipating it, ask it, is it a true statement? Is it true? Is it a fact? Do I believe that? Or is my mind just like kind of picking up what I'm hearing? You have to understand the difference of what you believe. You hear something, you research it, you do the work to understand it, and then have an opinion on your own. That's what makes you an independent person with independent thoughts. Read about it. I feel so weird looking right here at the camera, but I don't know, it's that weird. Whatever, I guess I'll figure it out. But I love you guys. I'm excited to be here again. It feels really good. I always feel really good and on top of the world when I sit here and do my makeup. Telling you guys some good tips, some self-love tips. I hope to see you guys more. I'd like to do some more like face-to-face meetings on like Zoom or Hangouts or whatever. But for now, happy Tuesday. You guys have a good day. Self-love. We do not allow mistakes to define who we are. Not today.